Right, back from my road trip. So let me tell you what's been going on, because it definitely didn't turn out as expected. Quite an interesting day today. So back now. It's raining, but it doesn't matter. When you've got an indoor pond, it's always sunny. So yeah, love it in here when it's raining. Actually, it's quite nice. You can just hear it on the roof. Yeah. So I was supposed to go to Cuttlebrook Koi. And I did. Let me just show you what happened. Here we go. So we are on our way to Cuttlebrook. We're 2 minutes away, less than that maybe, and we've got it all planned out this time. We're turning up on the right day.
Turn left.
Turn left to? Didn't say it. Cuttlebrook. So yeah, we're here. Just pulling in now. Go.
In a quarter of a mile, bear right.
No, I'm not bearing right, because we are here. So we've packed up, we're on our way. You can see over there, that's the main area. Some tents set up. There's the mud ponds. Let's cut up this way. Sun is shining. Still a few mud ponds up and running by the looks of it. Whether there's any frying now, I don't know, but looks like there's probably, what, a good 12 mud ponds there. These ones have definitely got fish in them still, because I can see the little ripples. These might be maybe the keepers, the ones that are left over. Today's stuff's going to be the culling stuff, so whatever's left in here is probably the best stuff. I can see a little tiny group of babies down there. Hanging around. So there's definitely still fish in there, that's for sure. Right, we're nearly there. Pick you up in a minute. So we're just waiting on bowls and nets at the moment. It's pretty busy here at the moment today. There's lots of people coming through. We've got the priorities right though. Gone for the old bacon and sausage, or sausage and egg, before we go and get crazy in there. Some new friends. Got a black dog down here. Where's my sausages? And then got a white dog down here. Hey pup.
That's a nice one. No, there's a one there, look. Silver coming through his head, but he's got a black mark down his back. It's alright.
We'll get there in a minute.
He's quite a nice clean one there as well.
They're all going to change totally with the graph anyway.
Right, having a fish off here.
That is from that. It's in the purple there. That's interesting.
Nah, terrible at home. Get no points for that.
Too small though.
I'll chuck it in there just for fun. Spotted this little one, not sure what that is, looks like a shark. Right, so far I've got a little kahaku. I think this might be a shower. I think that's a shower. Got a little Aragoke with a pattern on it. A couple of little kahaku over here. This one I'm calling Super Mask. And then this little one here, which is proper cool, looks like it could be a shower. Just there. Brilliant. This one, I was looking at this. It's, thought it was like an acca.
Aragoke, but it's got a lot of white. Well, it is Aragoke. It's got a lot of white underneath, so I'm gonna ditch that one, I think. Right, this one I'm gonna ditch this one. It's not very good quality, so I'm gonna chuck him back in. Too blocky. So and a bit of red in the back of the tail, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy as well. This one's definitely a little tancho. This one, I'm going to get rid of this as well. I'm not interested in that one. And this one I'm definitely going to get rid of as well. More little tiddlers. Right, keep hold of that orange one there. Right, this one, I think. See he's looks like it's receding there, so I'm going to chuck that one back in. I don't really want any Aragoke, so I'm going to put him back. That one. What else are we going to get rid of? This one looks patchy. Nah, none of them, Austin.
How about these ones?
No, I've already had that one, Bubs. Just leave it a minute. It's a heat shower, not a heat shearer. It's got a bent head. Notice that. Little one, but he's just a bit pale. This one's going to go back in, it's got no head pattern. Shiro's got a bit of red on him. Really busy today. Absolutely heaving. And the queue is crazy to pay. That's the queue over there. Takes about an hour. But yeah. So I recorded a bit of footage at Cuttlebrook, but not very much at all. I did catch a few little fish, not many. After I put those fish in last week, the new small toe tie. What are these guys doing? No, feeder's not gone off. Yeah, whilst I put in some new fish last week, the little tiny kahakus, they were really cool, really high quality, and I got them really cheap, really good price. I think if sometimes you look around some of these places you go to, garden centres, whatever, they don't have a very big footfall, and sometimes you can just come across a little stash of fish, which is what I did. Checked them out, looked at them, and thought, yeah, that's for me. These guys are crazy at the moment, crazy for the food. They're on, yeah, look at this, look. Absolutely bonkers. They're, well, I don't know, they're caning over 1 kilo a day at the moment, so I'm on, about 30 kilos a month of fish food, so still on the mix, more sinking than before, just to stop all the bashes and crashes. Since I put the sinking in, actually, they've really changed. They're still crazy, but they're eating slightly slower, they're not going so crazy, and they're not hitting each other and banging each other. Really interesting though, one of the more, I suppose, closer, not a chagoy, but it's more of a dark kind of mirror carp. He actually took off 2 big scales on the side of him, thrashing around eating his dinner with the rest of them. I reckon a week and a half, maybe a week and a half later, possibly 2 weeks, the scales are completely back to normal. So I'm talking the scales had come right off. So you had a big white patch, which it didn't look good. Yeah, the scales had come right out, big plated scales, and then 2 weeks later, there's no sign of any damage at all. Just shows you how quickly these mirror carp or original carp repair. I suppose not compared to koi, but they just repair a lot quicker, a lot tougher. But I must admit, touch wood, just shows the position I'm in now of my water, the water quality. And if they do get a knock or a bump or a scratch, it does repair really quick, and that's a really good sign that everything is healthy and working really well. Because if you are getting bumps and scratches or ulcers or anything like that, it's a really good sign that there's something not quite right with your water. So these guys are bashing themselves, but they're just repairing so quick. So the water's allowing them to do that. Yeah, and they're super happy at the moment. Anyway, back to the story. So Cuttlebrook was heaving. As much as I love the place, and I do love it, I do love Cuttlebrook. I've been going there for, I don't know, 15 years maybe. And I've seen it change from a really small farm to where it is today. And amazingly for them, Sam obviously has taken over from Mark, is taking over. Mark's still there, but Sam's taken over, done a fantastic job. And it just shows you social media these days is crazy. And with social media, YouTube, his Facebook page, they've just attracted loads of new people. So today, Cuttlebrook was heaving, absolutely heaving. When I got there, bang on 10. Normally you're straight in with your bowls and your nets, scooping up all the little fish. Today there was a queue to get a bowl and a net, and it wasn't a quick queue either, and I had to wait for a little bit of time. When I did get one, it was really tricky getting in there to catch the fish. Yeah, there was just a lot of people there today, which is great for them, right? Really, really good for them. But for me, looking for some little tiddlers, not so great. So did find some fish, bowled them all up. However, when I was killing a bit of time looking at a fish outside, and there was this massive queue there, and I thought that was to go in to get the nets and the bowls, but it wasn't entry queue at all. It was actually a queue to pay, and the queue was about an hour and a half long. So I had my 2 boys with me. One of them was quite small, the other one wasn't feeling 100%. So we weren't going to wait an hour and a half to pay for only a couple of little tiny fish that I had selected out. Like I say, I've realised now that it's better to just spend a little bit more money and pick something with a little bit more quality, a bit bigger, because we're at the end of the summer now, so we're going into autumn, and then you've got to start thinking about a little tiny fish. You've got to take that through winter. So the bigger it is, I wouldn't say the easier it is to take it through winter, but the bigger it is, the easier it's going to find going through the colder months, unless you're heated. I don't really want to crank the heater on this winter at all. I don't have the fish to need to do that this time, so I'm gonna try and just acclimatise everything and not have any heating on at all. So yeah, it didn't work out, and it was quite funny because whilst we were there, we actually bumped into another YouTuber. I say YouTuber, I'm not really a YouTuber, but this chap has been doing it longer than me. Little Nick's Koi Pond, and if you haven't checked out Little Nick's Koi Pond, go and do that after watching this video. Don't do it yet. Watch my video first, then go and check it out. Yeah, he told me that Adam Byer's koi farm wasn't very far away. And in all the years I've been going to Cuttlebrook, I didn't actually realise that at all. I've seen loads on Adam Byer previously. I knew quite a bit about it. I've seen more this year than previous. I knew you had some good fish there, so I was interested to go and have a little look. And he said it wasn't very far away. He gave him a ring, and they said, "Yeah, pop in." So we actually left Cuttlebrook, which I'm a bit gutted about. But you know, it is what it is. I'll go back again whenever the next open day is, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy getting those little bowls and catching new little fish. But if I'm honest, I like New Forest Koi better. New Forest Koi is the one for me. And I think if I'm really truthful, obviously I like the fish there, but also the price at which you can get some of the little tiny fish is just crazy. And I do like a bargain. So yeah, and you grow them really quick, right? These fish are only a year and a half old now, so these are last year's tozai. So well, I picked these up at the end of last year in the end of year harvest. So yeah, they're about a year and a half old. They're not very old at all, and they're already getting big. So you know, you don't have to have them long. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So a chance bumping into this other chap worked out quite well. So we left Cuttlebrook and we headed over to Adam Byer's koi farm. It was only about 40 minutes away from Cuttlebrook, a bit further across, but it was all quite parallel. Anyway, so have a little look at this. Right, so we got a bit stuck at Cuttlebrook. The queue to pay was crazy big. So we're now at Adam Byer's. Looks like he's on the old Coppums. Everyone's on Coppums. Yeah, this is the big tank. So what we got individually priced, looking at around 250 quid. Some nice showers in here, tanchos, bit of all sorts in there. All right, these ones are 125. There's a nice Ginrin Shiro over there. Nice, let it go, Austin. Nice ones in there. Nice Ginrin Shiro there. 195. What are they called? Kikisuis, or are they Dragon Ball. Look at the size of that big old shower down there. These look like some of these are a bit older, these ones. Goshki's quite old. Yeah, some bigger ones in there. Yeah, these are good ones. Mixed price. Look, we're at Adam Byer's. We're looking at some nice little tosai here. We spotted a fellow YouTuber, Little Nicky's Koi Ponds, and now we're chatting all things goshki and little tosai. So good times.
That was so crazy.
Having a little look in here. There's a couple of really nice little Ginrin showers. Little Nick's Koi Pond, got it right that time. He's looking at this little tancho, trying to do a deal. I catch a little shower and they just jumped out of the sock, so we're just trying to find him again. So he's a jumper. He's a jumper.
to get a jumpy one. Isn't he just? Why does your
Right, because they're only little tippers, I picked 2 little showers out here. Right, so we weren't sure which one to go for. A little Nick's Koi shop has decided he's going to pick it for me, so so I'm going for this one out of the 2. Both look like male. The Saroji on this one is pretty nice.
Here, doggy.
That was the other option. I think when you look at them together, this one's a bit bigger, a bit more, just a bit. Saroji's just nice on that one. Byers, we've done a deal with
We've got
Annabelle. Has picked the best fish in the pond, and we're
no,
calling him.
Jumpy.
We're going to call him Annabelle, aren't we? I think.
Jumpy.
Everyone's in! Yay! Brilliant. See you later. It's still raining outside. Well, I don't care. So I do need to say, actually, at the moment, that these plants in here, and I honestly think I'm attributing my good water quality at the moment, and I say good water quality, I'm really that just means to me that I don't really have to check it very much at the moment. It's not that I don't care, I really do, but I just know that at the moment that the water quality is really good, and I can tell that just from the way the fish are behaving. They're just eating constantly, and then just the general health of these plants. The water, my water is not crystal clear. Not that it's got loads of particles. It's a little bit. I don't say green, but I'm just not fussed about having it crystal clear. As in, I like it clear so I can see the fish, but I'm not worried if it's got a little bit of a green tinge to it. There's obviously some beneficial stuff within that, all sorts of different minerals and stuff. So, yeah. Right, I had to go in quickly and explain to the wife why I'd bought another £20 koi carp. Anyway, yeah. So there's my pond, and as I was saying, yeah, it's not clear. What I'd class as clear water. Definitely got a tinge of green to it. There's definitely a bit of algae in there. My ultraviolet light it's not the biggest, but it's adequate just to keep it like that. And then I'm quite happy with a bit of that kind of greenness in the water, which I believe is a bit more beneficial for the fish. And I can still see them. Can see them, no worries. Yeah, and I'm happy with that. In the, I'm sure in the winter months when there's no UV penetration at all, I'm sure that will be crystal clear. But I think whilst there is a bit of sunshine, it's good. I like it. I think it works. And as I was saying, those plants, they speak for themselves. They are doing really well. Anyway, so over here, got my first Byer koi, so we better get that out of the box. That £20 koi that I just bought, better get that into the we better get that into the new tank. I'm not putting it in here. I don't put any new fish in here whatsoever. These guys are so settled in, the ecosystem is so balanced, fingers crossed, touch wood, that I wouldn't put any fish in here. They all go into my grow-on tanks, but my grow-on tanks were always meant to be quarantine tanks. So I've got fish in there, but anything new goes in there first before it comes in here. I've learnt the hard way. Don't matter where you get them from, whatever you do, if you start mixing fish, you're going to get something, whether that's a bit of a parasite or whatever it might be. It just happens. You can't avoid it. You're just lucky. If you do avoid it, you're just very lucky. 9 times out of 10, buy new fish, or you just I don't know, do something different, it can really upset the balance. You end up getting costly or flukes, let's face it. And I haven't had any of those issues, touch wood, like I say, for a long time. So these guys aren't being touched. Everything's going into the new quarantine. So let's move that box in there now. Right, so here we go. My new fish. See if I can get a better view. Here we go. It's a bit better. So I like him. He's super cool. Super cool. Really good. Ginrin. He's got quite a full head pattern, but I wasn't really looking at the I was looking at him as overall. I just think the balance overall, black, white and red, regardless of its placement, is nice. I like him a lot. I think you'd probably say he was more, I don't know, I don't think whether we say he was Kindai show or not. But yeah, I like him. He's super cool. I think a bit of heat, a bit of food, get him growing a bit. But yeah, super chuffed with that. Super chuffed. Ginrin is really nice. Super nice. Oh. Right, let's plop him back in. There you go. So he's gone straight down the bottom. But going straight down the bottom ate some food, so that's good. Keep an eye on him, see how he gets on. These guys are all packing it on still. We just had a load of food from at the top, so they're all doing super well in there. I put him in here. He's right down there. Look. He's gone down to the bottom of the tank. Yeah, I put him in my in the toe side tank. I can keep an eye on him down there. I wouldn't put anything into my main pond until I'd looked at it, watched it for a good couple of months. Yeah, made sure it mixes well with other fish, and the temperature's quite high in here as well, so I'm not sure I'd do heat ramping, but I think if there's any issues with any fish, I'm not talking about anything too nasty, but if there's any parasites and stuff, I think they come out pretty quick in a reasonable temperature. These guys are up at 24, 25, so if there's any parasites, they come straight out at that temperature and they multiply like crazy. So I'll know if there's anything going on quite quickly. But yeah, it's quite good. Right, so moved him in there, he's gone in, he seems quite happy. He's real smart looking little fish. I do love a Ginrin and love a shower. Plan is now with all these guys, because these were just, I belong to a koi club. I missed the annual auction where I was going to shift a load of these fish. So yeah, I'm going to get this down by at least 50%. So yeah. They're only small, but there's just too many of them. So yeah, I really want to start whittling it down now. See if I can get some of these ones shifted, and yeah, then go from there. Try and focus a little bit more on Go Sankey, but with that little twist of Aragoke. So yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching. Speak again soon.